Alright everyone, welcome back to our gripping invasion of Soviet Russia. As you can see, um, having some poor luck in Finland. I went for a victory point rush, but it didn't quite work out. But I have reinforcements there, ready to fill in the gaps, take this land back. Not a huge deal. We also have a Japanese invasion of India. We have most of the Pacific Islands taken over. Japanese invasion of Eastern Russia, which, while there's no real victory points there, I mean, there's a couple, but it's not the best use of manpower. Africa is going very well. The best Africa game I've ever seen. Part of that has to do with nationalist Spain doing a good job against French North Africa. Those Mexican troops? Italian? Anyway, neither here nor there. The USA has not joined the war yet. War in England, we're just bombing them right now, and even then, I pulled a lot of my bombers to the Eastern Front, so we're going to continue over there, trying to make progress into the heart of Russia to get at these victory points, which, as you can see, compared to the Eastern Front, we are fast approaching a pretty big cache of victory points. I would like to point out on the battle screen a couple things I forgot to mention. We have tactics here that you have no control over. Here, rather. We also have our traits of our generals. But the real thing you want to look at here is your combat width. So, as you can see here, they have 1 unit with 2 width. We have 5 units with 12 width. With a maximum of 15, with units in reserve. These units will reinforce based on mostly your tech and their abilities. So, this Sevastopol pocket is trying to escape, essentially, here. But really what you want to keep an eye on is your combat width, because if you're too high, you're wasting units. So you always want to make sure you know, sometimes it's advantageous to remove a unit from a fight, believe it or not. So that's really what you should be looking out for, is your combat width here, and what units are involved in the fight. Alright, we're gonna unpause as soon as I kind of take stock of where everyone is here. I haven't played in a week or so, since unfortunately life is busy, let's say. Missed some units here, never good. We're going to keep moving units north because it seems to be where our weakest points are. Alright, and what I'm really going to worry about is this Finland pocket. I don't want to lose that. We are making decent progress over here. We're trying to loop around these lakes, which are a pain. Once we get across one of these lakes, we'll be able to sweep around and take the entire line. Probably go at speed 2. So with this group of divisions, we should be able to easily take the front there. It shouldn't be a problem. As you can see, our order of battle is just terrible. Just a mess. But not much we can do about it right now, unless I were to pause and redo all of my divisions, which nobody wants to watch that. And part of this Let's Play is to prove that that kind of thing, you know, that people worry about so much, isn't the end of the world. We're just going to cut production until our upgrade situation gets under control, because it is terrible. So this battle, we can see our organization isn't great, which is why this battle is... Well, no, he's attacking us with tanks is why this battle is going poorly. We get some more units in there. And as our upgrades start to go down, we'll get that production back, and we'll feel a lot better about our military situation. Again, trying to escape this pocket. We're going to let them continue that attack. So this battle needs to last until 5 a.m. or we're gonna be toast. Slow going right now, as to be expected in September in northern, well, southern Finland, but northern Europe. So we're not going to attack with our units that are low on organization because we want that to rebuild, obviously. Might be able to get an encirclement here. Lucky. Looks like Russia has reinforced Sevastopol, with the Romanian troops not giving me much help here. And they've abandoned the city. Which we want to quickly take. Send mobile units in. Again, trying to escape. We are running out of organization here, so they very well might be able to push us out here. Southern front looking pretty shaky, but the Bulgarians are coming in, or Hungarians rather. Overextended a little, getting greedy here. I actually just didn't think it was going to take that long for those units to get there. To reshuffle my lines a bit. Troops are not where they should be. Gonna just make a blind push to try to get across this river. If I can get one set of units across, that should greatly enhance this this front. Make it much more secure. Yeah, we lost this. Wow. Wasting a ton of production I missed. Or a ton of IC, rather. There we go. Production back on schedule, for the most part. I didn't know you could go right across there. Interesting. Does not look like a connection. So as you can see, due to the just massive number of Soviet brigades, the attack has stalled, which is kind of what happened historically. Just, it takes time to push through. Supplies will be empty in 12 days? That doesn't really make sense. There we go. That was a weird rounding bug, it seemed like. Try to attack Sevastopol. Oh, we do not have enough. I see. Definitely not enough men attacking that. I'm gonna hold off to try to regain our organization and bomb it a bit. That should weaken it up. Our troops are vastly superior to when they started this session, though, so hopefully that will help. We are losing this fight, but the Bulgarians are coming in. That should alleviate some of the pressure. The thing is, no one Soviet unit is better than one of ours. They just have so many that it's hard to, deal. But we're doing okay. I mean, there aren't major issues. It's just a matter of just keep pushing them back, one province at a time. Now that we have Italian or Bulgarians, Romanians, Hungarians here to help us out, that might lighten the load a bit too. Ooh. I'm gonna try an unconventional push here to try to alleviate some pressure on this little push. That was to be expected. Rotate our attacks to try to keep organization up. I'm gonna keep trying to take Finland back. I may be able to evacuate him if I need to. Oh, good push here. Let's see, we've made it across this river. We're gonna keep the attack up. What's really hurting me now is my lack of air support. I do have a decent amount of planes, but just keeping them in the fight is one of the problems with Hoi. Is, you know, I can pause, I can move these guys up, but at the end of the day, it's hard to know if you're actually having any effect, even with the air map mode. I mean, sure, but is it helping? I don't know. Maybe. Bombing of Sevastopol not going great. Actually, decent push here. I might be able to get across this river. We are losing a decent amount of manpower, but we're getting it back fairly quickly. So kind of a mixed bag here. It's hard to know. I'm trying to break out from Sevastopol. If I can take that, I mean, it may be a fairly crippling blow, since I'll be able to sweep around, and that'll spread their front out pretty significantly. But he's got the troops to deal with that, so we'll see. Perfect. Moving into uncontested territory, always fantastic. There we go. We're gonna try to escape with this. Oh, but I have a feeling they're gonna die. Hmm. It's gonna take him forever to get there. We should actually probably just strategically redeploy. Already reinforcing there, so looking good. Lost a province there. Let's try to take that back. Front is not great in the south. I hope these Bulgarian troops can fill in my gaps a little bit. But the Soviet offensive has begun in earnest. They are trying to push back. Oop. That's why we have our Waffen SS brigades. Their units aren't doing much better than mine. Honestly, they're about as beat up as mine are. They just have a lot more. Here we go. This has potential. Small little pocket here. Gonna try to take this province unopposed. We're getting very close to Pearl Harbor, which is not good. If I could somehow order the Japanese did not do that, I absolutely would. At least we're making good progress in the south. They seem to be kind of rolling up a bit. Meaning they're trying to consolidate, it looks like, a little bit. I'm going to try to move up here unopposed. So I'm attacking from kind of a weak position, just trying to delay them. I don't expect to win that fight. I need to get these troops up and around this way to try to relieve the pressure on this very strung out group. Perfect. To close off this gap here, that was kind of a mispositioning. They could have cut off all these troops if they had tried. There are now a lot of troops there. A strategic retreat would probably be in my best interest. Try and hold these two provinces from this mass of troops. Wow. Oop, Waffen SS is getting there, but it's going to take him a while. So their units, as you can see, all very low organization. That might mean we might get there. Gonna try and take this port from them, even though that'll cause a little bit of a spread out of my line. That's okay. They're rotating troops back down to this front. Hopefully this mass of foreign troops will be of some help. The AI, you never know if they're gonna help you or hurt you. That is a lot of Soviet troops. So Waffen SS easily taking care of the Soviets. Or rather, the rebellions. I should be able to get some decent bombing runs on these units. They're pretty clustered. There's a lot of units there. So again, a tactical retreat. Not, you know, not necessarily a bad thing. I should be able to hold that off while I push into the center of Russia. I am very close to Moscow. That's all fine. Good push here. Gonna try and deny these air bases. Man. So mixed success here. That should do it. We've won there, it looks like. If I can get far enough here, which I don't know that I can, it should panic these units, I would think. Or if I can take one of these provinces, I can start flooding across. I'm getting pretty spread out here. Try it this way. I don't know that there are any Russian boats left in the Black Sea, but I don't really want to find out either. Could do is try to cut them off here, form a pocket here that would isolate these troops from each other. Doing surprisingly well on manpower. Oh, I did take this. Oh no, I didn't. Not yet. He is running though, which is good. Probably should retreat out of this city. Well. Alright, actually this is going well. I'm gonna let him run. The Yugoslavians managed to form headquarters, which is A little weird. A lot of retreating going on. Oh, managed to get this. Great. Now I can hopefully do this and then bring across everyone who are stuck here. Well, looks like I'll have to bring in backup. Okay, so that worked. We isolated those troops. That'll serve a purpose. I'm just gonna hold there, I think. Should probably remember to unpause. I do have a lot of troops, you know, it's just, the areas where I, really need troops, I don't have, unfortunately. But I guess that wouldn't be where they would be attacking. Oh boy. I would really like to free up this space. This could actually be a pretty... We're basically extending this entire front up a couple of provinces, which is great. We also have units coming off the line, which I'm going to deploy in the south, since this seems to be where our biggest weakness is. We're going to deploy them fairly close to the front lines. A lot of good movement along this line. I just have to keep it going here. So close to Moscow. Oh, terrible attack. And this is where the juggling of so many different things really becomes an issue, because it's difficult to, remember all of the things you want to do while you're constantly juggling 10 different pop-ups and icons and this, that, and the other. But still, it's manageable. It's just, difficult. You want to be careful not to deploy too close and get these units shattered immediately. That would be a total waste. Yep, and Pearl Harbor happened. Yay. That's sarcasm, if you didn't get it. I am not gonna declare war on the USA. That seems like a terrible decision. And I can't really help them anyway. So I am 4 provinces from Moscow. And I need to push north to try to relieve the pressure on this front here. And everyone picks their decisions as they should. I still cannot pick any more decisions, unfortunately. Gonna keep trying to wear down these Soviet troops. I'm gonna bring them back up. I don't think I have to worry about a naval landing here. They're attempting a push here. I should be able to thwart that fairly easily. There we go. Yugoslavian rebellion put to an end. big salient here I really would like to close. They don't have a ton of troops in it, but these rivers make it freaking impossible. This might do it though. I do have a completely empty province there to be careful about. Gonna keep moving up towards Moscow. Soviet Union at 50% surrender progress. Ooh, I lost. What happens when you miss a combat? I want to be careful not to get too eager to take Moscow, because that won't end it. Ooh, surge of volunteers. It's great. I'm actually going to save real quick because I'm worried my game's getting a little choppy, like it did in our invasion of France. So we may be facing a retreat on the southern front here. Maybe not. We might be able to hold it. Yeah, alright, actually the game's getting really choppy. So we are going to call it for now. I'm going to save, come back, do a little more for today. And then I'll see you next time.